Hi everyone. I'm just gonna turn this music down a tad because oh wait, we'll have it on in the background a little bit. Oh, it's not really there. Uh, no, that's a bit too loud. Wait, hang on. There we go. I was literally like, why is it not showing up on the thing? You like jazz? I hope you do, because we're listening to it. Well, this is a Studio Ghibli lo-fi jazz mix. So that's what we're listening to today. How are we all? What a week. What a week. I actually was not in my Udi before stream started. I was in my t-shirt and I was like, I look pretty cool right now. Like the t-shirt was baggy, it was giving like emo guy that you see at the mall in 2005, but I got too cold immediately. So we'll have to stick with the beanie and the coloured hair to give you the vibe, and the piercings, obviously. I have had such a it feels like a long week, but I've been ill since Thursday. I'm not as bad today. It's been more of like headachy and like just like needing to lie in bed. But like, you know, when you're ill and you just feel gross, like your whole body just feels gross and you just feel like you are one big slime gross thing. That was me this week. Yeah, it wasn't great, but I have managed to read a couple of books. How many have I read this week? I think I've only read 2 this week. God forbid, I've only read 2 this week. Like I always have to go. I don't know why I don't have Goodreads already up every single time, because I use it every single week on stream. Hello Hattie, hi Molly, hey Ren, hey, what a chill vibe. Yeah, this is just a vibe today. I actually did have a couple of like things written down to like talk about and yap about, but I just can't be bothered. Like, I'm not even in a bad way. Like, you know, you guys know I wouldn't be streaming if I legit was like dead. But I didn't want to miss stream. I enjoy stream. What did I read this week? Did I read The Unhoneymooners this week? Was that this week? I think it was. Wildfire had to have been last week. I'm literally looking at my my Goodreads like, when did I read this book? I wish it would just show me in order. I don't think it is showing me in order. Anyway, I've read Beach Read by Emily Henry. Gave it 4 stars. I read Sugar Baby Mine, which is just some random Kindle Unlimited book that was literally just entirely smut. I'm not even going to lie to you. And I read The Unhoneymooners, which I did a rant review of. I finished it at 12. No. Yeah, I finished it at like 12-ish, like 12:15. And then I finished writing my review at 1 a.m. because that's how angry I was. Like, I had to stay up, finish it, write the review. I'm so mad that I wasn't already like vlogging my romance era at that point, because you would have got some very juicy tidbits. But I was going to do a dramatic reading of it on stream, but I'm actually too fucked energy-wise to do that. So maybe we'll leave that for next week. Most of you have read it already. But I thought it was quite funny, if I may say so myself. And yeah, it just wasn't great. And then it's like launched me into a very big romance, what's the word? Mood, I guess. So I took out 8 romance books from the library. I've got 4 Emily Henrys, 4 other books. So 4 Emily Henrys, 2 Christina Laurens, and 2 Abby Jimenez's. And I've not read Abby Jimenez yet, but all of her books have really high ratings, and they were on like the Goodreads long list and stuff. So who am I to say no to that? But today I am going to be reading The Paradise Problem by Christina Lauren. This one is about an arranged marriage, but like they don't want to be married. Sorry, wrong trope. Marriage of convenience. So it's a marriage of convenience between Anna and Liam. So she marries him at the start of college to get his family discount on campus housing. And he marries her because his like inheritance won't come through until he's married for 5 years. No. He's set to inherit. He won't see a penny until he's married. Is it 5 years, or have I made that up? Is it just that it's 5 years after? I think it's 5. I feel like the 5 years is important, but it does, like, now that I'm reading the synopsis, the 5 years, it just says, like, 5 years after college, she has to, like, go with him to his sister's wedding. So I don't actually know, but it says then she has to be convincing enough that he gets his inheritance. So he can't have his inheritance yet, but they married at the start of college, so that's 8 years later. I feel like the math is not mathing on this already. But I'm giving it a chance because I hated the Unhoneymooners, but I really loved Inner Holidays. And funnily enough, Inner Holidays is quite a Marmite one, I feel, for people. Like, not loads of people like it, but some people do, and I liked it. This one, you'll be glad to find out, or I'll be glad to know. I am glad to know, and you'll be glad that I'm glad, is that it's dual POV. I've been missing my dual POV romances. Henry, gosh, makes it sound like I hate it. Emily Henry does not do, as far as I'm aware, dual POV. The two that I've read, I don't think they've been dual POV. The Unhoneymooners was not dual POV either. The last two that I read before that were dual POV, but they weren't, like, that good. So I'm hoping that seeing it from both sides is gonna make me like this one, because I know that I do like Inner Holidays, but maybe that'll end up being the only one that I do like. So I bought the Unhoneymooners for my friend. Haven't read it, but heard it might be her vibe. Painted the edges of it for her. Hopefully she likes it more than you did. Oh, that's so lush of you, Ren, though. I'll be real. Loads of people gave it 4 or 5 stars. Like, friends and following on, like, Goodreads. That's why I was so baffled that I hated it so much. Like, everyone really likes it. Except for Molly, who also gave it 2 stars. Thank you, Molly. For what's the word? Validating my existence. But I do hope your friend loves it as well. Hattie, I'm gonna read Outcast or continue my reread of Illborn. I'm tabbing this. Ooh, I just do really love a reread, highlight, and tab. I really do. There's something about it, because I don't do it very often. Has to be a special one. But when I do, I just feel so. I feel so booktube, so bookstagram, so content influencer. Do you know what I mean? When you're like highlighting your little thing and writing in the margins, like, I love this. I really should read The Hunger of the Gods, but I might join in the romance train and read a novel love story. Oh, The Hunger of the Gods is the sequel, right? It's the second one. You're on the trying to complete series train like me, I assume. There's me going, I've got a massive physical TBR, guys, and I need to finish series. And then immediately after that stream, I went and read For the Wolf, which is starting a new series, like a new duology. Didn't read the sequel, and then launched into... I read For the Wolf, and then I've read 5 romances, and I'm about to start another romance. And they're all from the library, and I don't own any of these. So, we're not really on track for... reading physical TBR or finishing any series. In fact, I started a new series. We added to the series tracker, guys. But I must go where the reading mood takes me. And if it's going to make me read 5 books in a week, then who am I? Who am I to say no? Hey, Yvette. Oh, Hattie just sent me a picture of what my book currently looks like. Where's my... Let me go on Instagrams. Oh, I love the, like you've got tabs that are almost like a dark pastel. I don't know if it's going to show up on... My camera is not over there. I don't know if you guys can see properly. Like, it's sort of a dark pastel colour tabs. I really like the colour of those tabs. They're really nice. Oh, we have a spammer. How do I get rid? I forget. Ban. There we go. How fun. where are we? Hey, Mercy. Mol, I'm gonna start Just Haven't Met You Yet. Whoa, Michael Bublé. But I'm not vibing with the idea of het romance right now. Oh my god, just tell me about it. Tell me about it. I feel like me and Molly talk in DMs all the time about how much we just want good sapphic and gay romance. But me specifically sapphic, but like I feel like it's so hard to actually find like quote unquote normal romance, like traditionally published romance that's just happens to be sapphic or happens to be gay. I feel like there always has to be like a twist on it, or like it's Kindle Unlimited, so it's like smutty, and I'm like, I like smut, I do, but I want some traditional romance. I want to hear about queer people falling in love and it just being normal, like the Bright Falls series, like Delilah Green Doesn't Care. Like that trilogy is like one of my favorites, but it's also like one of the only ones I feel. Oh, Yvette, you started Bride yesterday, finished it this morning, and it's propelled me into romantasy. This is the thing, it's like you read one book and that's it for like a month. You're like, right, I'm gonna read everything to do with this now for the rest of my life. Actually, I'll just read my Fairy Lit romantasy books now. Hattie, I need to reread the first 2 books as I'm getting an ARC copy in the new year sometime. The first 2 books in what? What are we talking about? Of Illborn? Is that of Illborn, the one you're reading now? Sorry, I got confused then. Mercy's reading 5 books and not feeling any of them. I know the feeling. To be fair, I still have A Court of Mist and Fury on my currently reading, and I started that audiobook in like, I don't even know when, to be quite honest with you. I want to say like 2 months ago. And it's still on there because I'm like 85% of the way through. There's only 3 hours left of the audiobook. I could very easily just do that in one evening, but I just don't want to. Can't be asked. What are you gonna do? I just want believable dialogue in a sapphic romance with no Taylor Swift references. If anyone has Rex, I'm begging. Yeah. I mean, I like Taylor Swift, but I found, like, I don't know. I feel like any references make me cringe. And I don't know if that sounds too much like I'm being a hater, but any reference kind of makes me cringe. Whether it's Harry Potter, which already is like, Harry Potter, they're in, what was the one I read this week? There was like a Buffy reference. They were calling it was A Werewolf's Guide to Seducing a Vampire, which is the 3rd book in that like trilogy of stuff. It was so bad. There was like a Buffy reference. They called their own, like they called their friendship group the Scooby Gang, which is just taken straight from Buffy. There was like, oh wait, have I got it in my review? Because there were like 4 or 5 different references that just felt so millennial. What did I say? Right. The painfully millennial references were overwhelming. Buffy, Star Trek, Thor, like the first Marvel movie, and like etc. And I said for someone else these might be endearing, but unfortunately for me it just made me cringe. Like, why is there so much Star Trek in it? You know? Would you ever consider writing the queer romance you're missing from currently published books? I would love to write. And actually reading Beach Read, which is obviously about 2 writers writing books, I was so inspired. And I really want to write, but I want to write so many different things that I wouldn't even know where to start. Like, my undiagnosed ADHD just doesn't want me to do that. Well, it does, but it, like, I need to hyperfixate on one thing, and then my autism doesn't, like, I have to, like, focus on one thing and decide, and then I could possibly throw myself into it, but then I would have to do it correctly, all of the right way. Do you know what I mean? Like, I struggle with it so much. I feel like you would love Here We Go Again. I did have a little cry at the audiobook. Hang on. Here We Go Again. Is that the new Alison Cochrane? It is! Do you know what? I read the synopsis and I was like, like, that sounds good, but why is their English teacher also there? Like, I was a bit randomly put off by, like, oh, so-and-so used to be friends. They spent their childhood and now they're going on a road trip. And the former English teacher's also there. I don't know why. That's just made it sound not like I'm like, I don't, well, who are you? Go away. Where to start random brainstorms? Honestly, that's actually what I was gonna do on stream the other week, but we ended up yapping for 2 hours and like just completely missed doing it. I wanted to like be with you guys and like almost do like writing exercises, but not writing exercises for writing. It was like more like take it way back to like even just brainstorming ideas, like what I love to read, the tropes I like to read, what I don't think I've seen enough of, or what I don't think I've seen done well, etc. Like, I want to do that on stream and just like talk through it and about it and around it, and then like pair up things like, oh, we could have like this enemies to lovers with this vampire idea. Do you know what I mean? Like, and just like mess things around, you know? Alison Cochrane does not miss, for real. I say Cochrane because I'm Welsh. That is not how you say her name. It's probably Cochrane. I think Cochrane sounds better. No, I don't know what you mean. I'm late. Shut up, Sandra. You're fine, babe. I feel the same way with references. Like, this isn't gonna age well. Yikes. Yeah, like, I don't know. Like, 1 or 2, I don't really mind. Like, as in... you know, like, oh, I don't know how to say it. I feel like references also just aren't done well. Like, they try and make... they either try and make a joke out of it, or they just, like, copy-paste and steal, like, a phrase from... like whatever media it is, and it just doesn't work. I feel like if they just mentioned it in passing, so like if someone was, I don't know, being very like one single-minded about something and very knowledgeable and like you know, maybe then they would say like, oh, how Spock of you, like as in the Star Trek, and then you move on and you don't mention Star Trek again. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, sometimes like that is like not too bad, but I feel like references, just if you are gonna put them in, you really have to, like, it has to be funny or like make sense, and I feel like they never do. Molly, I would actually lay down across a puddle for Alison to walk across me. Anything I start, I need to do properly and start from 100 instead of 1. Yeah, and then I'm like, why aren't I good at this immediately? I don't understand. For anyone looking for good queer romance books, I recommend Most Ardently and A Lady for a Duke, both historical with a trans MZ. I have heard of A Lady for a Duke, actually. Most Ardently. Ooh, hang on, where's the... I like this cover. Ooh. A trans boy searches for a future and a romance in which he can live and love openly as himself. Young adult, though. Sorry, I hate young adult, but I don't. That's such a lie. I don't hate young adult, but I just... I don't like young people. Oh, Molly also says A Lady for a Duke is top tier. A Lady for a Duke. Alexis Hall. I think I have heard of this one. Queer historical romance. Oh, Boyfriend Material I've heard of, which I know Molly loves. So no wonder she's read this. Ooh. Is this a... oh, I think, yeah, it's a trans girl, right? Katie loves it. Easy Molly with the 5 stars. Christy loved it. Oh, and Mads gave it 5 as well. Okay, let's keep this on the TBR then. Nice. No, those look really good. Also, In Memoriam, which is more historical fiction than romance, is absolutely crushing, but so good. Yeah, but like in 10-20 years from now, will it even make sense? Yeah, like if you are gonna reference something, it's gotta be something really popular, I guess. But then it's really hard because then people like J.K. Rowling make things that are really popular and then they turn into bigots. So that's fun. Really enjoyed Gable Cole Novoa's first book. Oh, that was from the first recommendation. Honestly, it doesn't read as young adult. They don't bang, and that's why it's right. Fair enough. And Sandra really enjoyed A Lady for a Duke. Okay. Well, it's on my non-physical TBR, which means I'll probably get to it before my physical TBR. So, what are you gonna do? Did I have anything else to say? Yeah, I really want to do the writing thing on stream. Probably not today because I'm so dead. I did want to talk about, if any of you have not watched Arcane, please, I beg you, watch Arcane. It is an animated series on Netflix. It is only 2 seasons so far. Season 2 just finished yesterday. There's only like 9 episodes in a season, and they're like 35-minute episodes. They're really, really good. The animation is insane. It's incredible. There is a sapphic romance in it. It is not the main thing. Everyone's traumatized, so it's really not. It's not the main thing. Just to put that out there. But there is sapphicness in it. It's just so good. It's so good. And it is based on the League of Legends game. But you don't need to know anything about League of Legends to go into it at all. I promise you. It's basically nothing to do with it. It just happens to have characters and the setting from that game. Which is historically like a really toxic game. And I used to play it. I played it for 10 years. Yay! I've not played it for like 3-4 years though, because it just got too big. Like there's too many champions, too many items. I don't know what the fuck's going on anymore. The meta changed so quickly all the time, and I was just like, I don't know what's going on. I just want to play support. Yay! But Arcane is so fucking good. Like so good, and like the kind of show you can rewatch and find different things in the background, like foreshadowing, things in the animation that just you didn't notice before. It's just so good. So good. So I highly recommend it. Today I watched the first 3 episodes of season 2 because I was a little behind. I didn't watch it when it first came out because ADHD brain, where I just can't start things or finish things. I just can't do anything, actually. Sandra loves League of Legends. Oh yeah, you do. I've got you on there, haven't I? God, I haven't booted it up in so long. Anyway, Arcane, I watched the first 3 episodes today, and oh, it's just so good. It's just so good. The voice acting, the animation, the story, the plot, it's just so good. I'm more of a Valiant girly. Arcane scares me. I'm scared I won't like it. Trust me. Oh my god, I promise you, Mercy. I promise you. It's so good. Like, I almost wish it wasn't League of Legends, because it like is that's sort of a bad association. It essentially is like nothing to do with it. It's so good. The story's so good. Hattie's gonna read Outcast. Sandra also likes Valorant. Oh yeah, Valorant. I didn't even clock that you said it wrong. I was just like, yeah, Valiant. Same thing. I love that it is League of Legends. I do as well, because I like League of Legends, but I know that the wider world thinks that League of Legends is the worst thing ever, and the community is the worst thing ever, and like being online, anyone talking to you on League of Legends is the worst thing ever. I mean, are they wrong? Probably not, actually. But me and you, Sandra, are normal. We are the normal likers of League of Legends. The wider world is right. Exactly. Hey, Leo. Happy Sunday. Hope you're doing well. And they're correct. Exactly, Mercy. And this is coming from a semi-fan. I really want to cosplay Vi. I want to cosplay Vi so badly. And my friend Meg is a cosplayer, and she wants to do Jinx. So we'd be Vi and Jinx. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, for like MCM in May. But again, starting things, finishing things, projects, creative things, struggle bus. That is me. Vi does things to my very gay heart. Yeah. Molly, if you're still here, I need to know if you've watched Arcane. Because if you haven't, girl, you need to. You need to, if you have not. how about we go for a sprint? I want to start this book. I really want to, like, I have been vlogging. Romance vlog. I have not edited any of it yet, so I'm getting overwhelmed already by the amount of clips I have. But I'm hoping to edit some clips tomorrow so that I'm, like, on top of it. And by that time, then I'll feel okay. Vlogging! I know. Is she gonna do a YouTube video? Vlogging! Ah, don't! Leave me alone. Yeah, I thought I would do a vlog for my romance era. Me and Missy have the exact same reaction. Vlogging. The most boring vlog ever also, because I do nothing with my time and my day. All I do is turn on my camera and go, hey, I read another 90 pages and this is what I thought. And then I turn the camera off and then I finish the book. And then I turn the camera on and I say, hey, I finished the book. This is what I thought. Only one brain cell on this stream, and it includes me. We are all one. We are all unity. Okay? This is a safe space. Oh shit, I just kicked my light. Let's read. I want to read. I want to get through this book. That sounds like I really don't want to read it. But I need to start. Because like I said, bad at starting things. I think we're just going to go until 8 o'clock. So we've just a 35, well, it's been 35 minutes, but just under 35 minutes for a first sprint. We don't want it to be too long. And then we can come back for a yap. It looks summery. Yeah. The paradise problem. They're in paradise, maybe? It doesn't say that in the synopsis. But they're going to a lavish wedding. So maybe the wedding is abroad. It looks summery and it's autumn. I know. I want to read, but I don't have any good books. Boo. To be fair, I know this feeling when you just don't want to pick up anything that you have. It's a struggle. Have you got anything else to do, Missy? Missy, read The Will of the Many. Sandra has an agenda and she's not afraid to push it. I mean, it is very good. Already have. Sucks to be you. Have you read his other series? It's also pretty good. It's not as good. Read Greenbone Saga. Just look at Sandra's 5-star read shelf, basically, on Goodreads, and then you'll see what she's going to say next. I think Missy's read Jade City. Lol. Right. Enough of this. We have a timer. Is it not gonna show properly? Hello? We've got the hours and the minutes, but we have not got... Oh, God. I love when all of my stream elements fuck up at the same time. That's really fun. Hey! There we go. Right. I have not. Oops. Oh, it is really good. It's probably on Everand. Anyway, sorry. I need to shut the fuck up. Okay. Well, it's going to be about half an hour, but that's fine. I don't mind a shorter sprint at the start. So I am going to speak to you again in about half an hour. So I'll see you then. all doing? Oh, hang on. We want a little bit of background vibe. Just slightly. Just a little bit. There we go. Hello. Hey, Chloe. How are you doing? Mercy showered, did the dishes, put the laundry away, and prepped stuff for work tomorrow. That is actually crazy. Cannot believe it. That sounded so sarcastic. I'm actually very proud of you. I can barely do all of that in a week. I got to page 35. I actually got quite far, but I think it doesn't... Oh no, it does start on page 1, funnily enough. I feel like a lot of books don't. They tend to start on page, like, 6 or something. This is actually really funny. I'm actually really enjoying it. I know I'm only 35 pages in. I don't want to jinx it, but it's very funny so far. She, the female main character is, like, unemployed, did fine art at uni, can't sell any of her art, barely can make rent, essentially. This is, like, 3 years post-grad as well, so she hasn't seen the guy that she was, like, married to for housing in uni for 3 years. His family want her to show up to this wedding. He's managed to get away with it for so long, like, her not meeting them. He says, like, she's really busy and, like, she's, like, this hotshot flying, like, medical person, and she's never been able to make it to any of, like, the things. And he also doesn't get on with his dad anyway, so, like, he barely shows up to the stuff too. And he's now showed up to her house to be like, hey, I'm sorry to do this, but I really need you to come to this one thing. And then we can finalize the divorce. She gets $10,000. He gets the rest of his inheritance. And we're all fine. But he shows up and she's, like, just taking a gummy, like a weed gummy. And it's actually, the interaction is quite funny so far. So I'm actually quite enjoying it. And I quite like both of the characters so far. We've seen a bit more of Anna, the girl, rather than Liam, the guy. But yeah, I don't know, I've just liked their vibe so far. It's going well, so I'm quite happy. Chloe's doing good, been on a weekend full of just reading. Currently on A Game of Life or Death by Triona Campbell. I don't know that. Let's have a look. A Game of Life or Death. What's this? Oh, a young adult thriller mystery, science fiction, mystery thriller. 16-year-old Ashley Kennedy discovers her older sister Maya's dead body. Ooh, yikes. That's not a young adult. Fucking hell, that's a bit grim, isn't it? Oh, a hit game studio. Virtual reality video game. That's kind of cool. I like virtual reality stuff. It's an arc I got at Yalk in 2022. That's only 332 ratings. That's not a lot. Aww. Lizzie Good gave it 4 stars. February 2023. So it's been out for like nearly 2 years and it's only got 300 ratings. Music's a bit loud. Oh yeah, why has it gone so loud? Shut up. There we go. I think that's a bit better. Soz. I tend to go down to really monotone, so then I start mumbling and then it just jumped. Yeah, I didn't even touch it. It's probably not even there now, is it? Why does OBS do this to me? Okay, I think that's alright. Jesus Christ. God, it's hard work being a streamer, you know. Ren read about 15 pages of Hunger of the Gods, slowly making progress. Yvette's 33% into the current read. A Curse of Blood and Wolves. Molly read 3 pages and now building Lego. Fuck's sake. Oh, it's when I shared my screen. That's why. It's because when I change my things, obviously the settings are different. That's why. Oh, I'm being silly. That's why. And now it's disappeared on this one, so I need to change this one. Okay. There we are. That makes more sense. Me just like, what is going on? Panic. yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this so far. I'm very intrigued. I am, like, I did actually laugh out loud a couple of times already, which is quite, like, early for that to happen. What is wrong with you? She's bloody whining at me. I've just put you out for a wee. So what's wrong? Come here. Come here. She doesn't want to come here. You can't even see her. Glad you're enjoying it. Yeah. I'm really hungry. Like, I've ate like shit all week because I've not been well. I've just kind of gone and bought like Pringles and then eaten a whole tub of Pringles for dinner last night. You know, that kind of vibe. I do have some soup in the fridge. Well, it's more like stew than soup. I have some stew in the fridge, but I also just can't be asked to do anything with that either. You know when you're just like, oh, about everything. That's how I feel right now. But I am very hungry. So I'm either gonna have that, or I've really been craving like tuna sweet corn. You know? Like tuna sweet corn, just like sandwiches, rolls. Like, oh, I tell you what I could go for right now. It's just a little, like a finger buffet. It's not the best food, but sometimes you're just really in the mood for it. Mini pizzas, little like sandwiches, little like pastries and things, like, you know. I was gonna say like a funeral spread, but that sounds really morbid. But I said it anyway. What are you gonna do? It was so cute when you guys cuddled on the armchair whilst you were reading. She did come and sit on me for a bit while I read. It was cute. I ordered Chinese food last night. Did not fancy the effort of cooking at all. Oh, honestly. Like, I get the, like, urge to meal prep once every now and again, and then I feel good about myself. Like, excellent. I'm such a great human for so long after. But I do it once, and then I'm, like, out of energy for, like, 2 weeks, and I can't meal prep again. You're making me hungry now. A beige buffet, yes. A beige buffet. Or like, you know, if you like went to Lidl or Aldi and just got a load of like the Christmas frozen stuff, like prawns. That's all I can think of is prawns. Prawns, mozzarella sticks, brie wedges, like stuff like that. I just want to shove it all in the oven and then eat it, or every single one. I always find like I feel like there's not enough in the boxes. Like I really, like if there's 8 prawns in a box, like I could eat that as a starter. You know? I want 3 boxes of prawns and it's like 3 for 10 quid, and like I've spent 10 quid on a singular portion for myself because I'm hungry all the time. I hate when I start yawning because I'm talking. So yeah, I think next sprint I'm definitely going to continue reading. I'm like excited to pick the book up, which I'm happy about. But I'm going to get something to eat. I'm going to grab something to eat because I'm so hungry. The dog is kind of just like wandering around. It's a bit weird and it's unsettling, but she does this every time I stream. I think she doesn't like that I'm like speaking to someone else. Like she doesn't understand why I'm not talking to her or like playing with her. Even though, like, before I start stream, every time she's asleep. But I've disturbed her, so it's not good enough. Isn't it? It's not good enough. You say, Mummy, why are you not paying me any attention? Isn't it? Come here. Come here. She's just staring at me. Like, she just does not. It's just not okay. Why do you hate me? I give you my life, I give you everything, and you just hate me. I actually wish you could just see her face easily. You might want to open a window to get some fresh air. You might be yawning because there isn't enough fresh air in the room. Honestly, it's because I'm talking, like, so much. And I talk really fast, so then I can't get, like, air into my... like, literally now. And then when I talk about it, when I talk about yawning, I yawn more. It's really annoying. Bluebell. I don't know as well. She just wants to play with my brother, but his door is closed. What's everyone gonna get up to in the next sprint? I want to know. That's the most Ro thing I've ever heard. What? If I speak about yawning and then I yawn more? That one was contagious? No, I'm so sorry. Wait, I need to stop thinking about yawning because I'm I'm gonna do it again. Oh god, that was a huge one. I'm not tired. I'm not tired, I promise you. Dog. What was I gonna say? I was gonna talk about Blue Sky this stream actually. Oh, the talking so fast you can't breathe. Yeah, that does sound very me, to be fair. Ooh, I'm gonna get to page 100 of this book and decide whether to DNF. I think it's so crazy that that was like a an arc that was being like given away and like prize pools and stuff at Yalk 2 years ago, but it's only got 300 ratings on Goodreads. Like, that's crazy. It's like not even 1,000 ratings. But I suppose whenever I was at Yalk, there was always so much, for want of a better word, like shit. Like, there's just so much shit at Yalk. Like, so many books that like I just didn't really care about, you know? OMG. What? I forgot to tell you. Oh! Yalk was such a disappointment this year. Oh my god. Yeah, I saw almost nothing about it on socials. I know that Chloe, you went. And I saw like Becca Fowle went, and obviously Yvette, you went, but like hardly any actual like big, like I feel like no one big went. Like I feel like Gav, Becca, were they in Egypt at that time? I don't even remember how long ago that was, but like they weren't there. Fairy Loot wasn't even there. That's a bit crazy. I didn't hate Yalk this year, but it didn't have the fun vibes I wanted. I just fully still don't understand why LFCC moved to November. I feel like I knew at the time when it first moved from July to November, and I can't remember why. Was it COVID? Or was it like just vibes? Like they just didn't. But this was that's LFCC. It's not like specifically Yalk. It was their 10th anniversary too. I have a vlog coming out Tuesday. It's basically just me saying I'm here with Becca. I'm staying at Becca's house. This is the Becca vlog. Yalk is the subplot of the vlog. The main plot is I'm at Becca's house. That'll be cute though. I'll see if I can remember to give that a watch. I'm so bad with keeping up with videos and BookTube. I think it was to do with the building works. Oh, at the Olympia. That kind of makes sense. But like, then why not like change it back to July once they're done? Like, surely they, like, LFCC in general, like, not just Yalk, have realised how much shitter it is if it's in November. As well, why would you go to LFCC if you're a normal Comic-Con goer in London, right? And I'm not talking about, like, maybe people who just go to, like, or mainly go for Yalk. I'm talking about people like me who love almost anything nerdy. You love Marvel, you love Disney, you love, you know, video games, you love doing Artist Alley, like, everything about Comic-Con is why you go, and you maybe cosplay also. Why would you go to LFCC in November? Which is, it's all a big cost, right? Getting there, you know, tickets to the con, possibly paying for like cosplay, etc. Accommodation, travel. Why would you go in November when MCM is in October? Like, almost like 3 weeks-ish apart. I just don't see why you would do both when MCM is the more popular one. I wouldn't pick LFCC over MCM in a general sense of like Comic-Con, you know? Like MCM does May and October. So July was like a really good in-between for Comic-Con to be, for LFCC to be. And now it's just kind of tacked on the end of the year. It's mid to end November. It's cold. It's probably raining. It's grey. It gets dark really early. At least with MCM October, like, it's kind of spooky vibes. I feel like November is just like... Ugh. I didn't know any of the authors. To be fair, I didn't keep in touch with new upcoming books this year. I only cared about 3 of the authors, and one was Amy McCall. Yeah, I do like her. Yeah, I genuinely class her as an online friend, so it wasn't really a Yalk attraction. Yeah, that makes sense. It was just my second year going, and I was so excited because we were more prepared this year. It was so disappointing for me and my friend. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Yvette. I went from 2019, 2018, 2017. When did I go? I don't even remember. I went a lot of years in a row, like 4 or 5 years in a row, other than obviously COVID years. Yeah, so it must have been like 2018. I think I started going, and it was good. And I didn't even know anyone in the first 2 to 3 years I went. I just went by myself, and it was excellent as a by myself thing. So I'm sorry to hear it was bad, or even not even just bad, just like kind of like meh, you know. I'm hoping they'll see the feedback. I don't know how to get through to like I wish like we could do a whole thing where it's like LFCC is in general, please move it back to July, because it's not Yalk's fault. They just kind of are tacked on to what LFCC does. I think me and Emily, Kathleen Reeds, are going to go next year, but focus more on hanging around London in the evenings, going out for drinks. Yeah, I mean, I like thought about going, but then like nobody I knew was going, really. Like nobody I was like close enough with to be like, hey, do you want to meet up or do something? Or like nobody was super advertising it. Like I didn't even know you were going, Chloe. I didn't even know Becca was going, because it just felt like nobody was talking about it. Maybe only for one day. Ugh, I just wouldn't be asked to like travel all the way for one day. LFCC itself is fine, I guess. Although I do have a friend who lives in Ipswich who might go with me, and that's like not too far. It's like an hour train, I think. They didn't really advertise who was going to be there until so late. Oh god, I mean, they've never been the best at organising. Yeah, it didn't have the hype at all. It's just crazy, really. How like the downfall truly of Yalk. Someone should do a video about it. I'm not going to because I don't know anything about it. Oh yeah, I bet your friend's based in London. That makes sense. I did have friends who are based in London, but I don't speak to any of them anymore. Oh, yikesies. Well, I have one friend who still lives in London, but I'm not super close with him. I'm in like a big group of friends with him from first year of uni, and he lives in a big house like with loads of roommates, so it's not really that like easy to say can I stay over. They had the bad year in 2022 and it's suffered since. Well, wait, did I go in 2022? No, yeah, 2022 was good for me anyway. That was the year I went with like Spoops and everyone. What was bad about that year? Was that just like not as many people went, or like the organization was bad? Because I'm not remembering. I'm trying to think about what was bad about it. Hush. Can't remember. My memory's so bad. That feels like, I know it was only it was 2.5 years ago ish, like just under. Yeah, I feel like you had a solid time. Just the organisation, it was all packed into that tiny area. You are right, to be fair. And I remember Becca saying how, not just Becca, but Lisa and quite a few others saying how they had a lot of trouble because they had like the disability passes and stuff as well. And it was just all up a bit of a mess. I do remember that now that you say it, now that you've like jogged my memory. And I remember, do you remember, oh my God, the line for Neil Schusterman? And he was like trying to sign everyone's books, bless him, and then they had to reduce it to just one per person, or he couldn't like personalize them, which I just thought was crazy. Like you take off a single second per person. I feel like we had less booths than last year, and for example, Waterstones was half of what it was last year. Yes, Waterstones was tiny. Oh, that's the thing, is like when stuff like this starts dropping off, you find like the slow like investment of stuff just really starts like decreasing, and it's like that just shows that it's dying, which is so sad. Just feel like they didn't give it so much attention this year. Yeah, That is just, it is just sad. I wish we could like somehow put some more life into it, or even do a different event. I know that Hannah Ladette does, like, they did a bookish meetup last year, but that was up north. I don't know when they're looking to do another one again, but I'm hoping to maybe sign up for that, or I might just DM her and ask her actually. Ladette hey, was just talking on stream about people's experiences at Yalk this year, and I was wondering if you had any info on any upcoming events like the one you did last year. Holly Jackson this year was one book, no personalization, and not everyone got their book signed. They had to cut the line. Waterstones didn't even restock after Saturday. Also, I like that it's Yalk, but maybe if it was more genre specific, not age specific, that could also be fun. If anyone knows of any events that's bookish for fantasy, please let me know. I feel like we do have a couple of, like, I don't know what they call it, but like ballroom, like Starfall ball type stuff definitely happens in the UK somewhere at some point. I feel like it might be in like the north though. You know, like the Starfall, like in fucking ACOTAR. Like it's like a ball. I know that's not necessarily like specifically bookish, but it's still kind of cool. It's kind of like roleplay, I guess. I do also want to do like, I want to go to some Ren fairs this year, like 2025. Oh, Hannah was active 45 minutes ago. But if Hannah does say anything, I'll definitely let you guys know. It'd be cool to go to that kind of thing. Yeah, I mean, maybe we could organize stuff with other creators as well, and I can like DM them and things and see if like we can get a group together for stuff like that. I feel like tickets are really limited for shit like that though. Like in my head, I don't know if I'm making this up, but I feel like the tickets are like over £100 and also sell out like immediately. So it would be a struggle to get like a big group of people. But then I guess as the demand increases every year, surely they make it bigger every year? I don't know. Please tell me if you're going to go to Ren fairs. It looks like so much fun. I see Ren fair stuff on TikTok all the time. Like obviously most of it is in America, but I do see some UK ones and I keep seeing them advertised, but some of them are so fucking far away. There was one in Kent. Where's the Google Maps? Like, how far is Kent for me? Like, fucking 5 hours? Kent. Kent. Search. Oh, I love when everything is super slow. Directions to Kent. From my house. Four and a half hours to drive there. Road trip! I'm doing a Patreon one for my birthday, just making my own mini event. That's so cute! I was gonna say cool, but I went cool. Like cute. Are you still living in and around Brum, Chloe? Not to dox you. Nearish Brum. Midlands based. I know it's not actually Brum. It's like nearby-ish. In this, right. I'm not going to share my screen because I've put my actual address in. But from my house to just like Kent in general, it's 4.5 hours. And it makes me go across, like all the way across the UK, and then up and around London, and then down. Like not underneath or through. I have to go up and over around London. That's crazy. Worcester, yeah, 40-ish minutes away, yeah. Oh, cute. When's your birthday, Chloe? Out of curiosity. So funny, I've been yapping for so long. We should go for another sprint, realistically. Right, I tell you what, I do need to write some of these things down that I want to do. Why have I got so much rubbish? Right, things I want to look into January. Oh, cute. Things I want to look into, like bookish events, meetups, balls? Question mark. Ren fairs. Even just like MCM, to be fair. Like, I can let anyone know when I'm going to MCM. Because if no one's gonna, like, go to... Like, they do have authors at MCM. They had John Gwynn at the October MCM. We've done Patreon meetups in Birmingham, Bristol, and Nottingham so far. I would go further afield, but I'm selfish and make it low effort for myself. I fully am with you there, Chloe. Like, why would I go anywhere else? To be fair, I literally went to Edinburgh, so I don't know why I'm relating to you right now. I went all the way to Edinburgh for what? Like, it was fun. I enjoyed it. I should do it again. And the train, I feel like, wasn't that bad. I remember reading, because it was January of this year I went. I remember reading the newest Wayward Children on the way back, and I was just sat there sobbing on the train back from Edinburgh to Brum. Yeah. I do want to see Edinburgh, so maybe one day. It is good. To be fair, I actually didn't do a lot. I wish I'd done more. I did stay overnight, but it was really cold and really rainy, because obviously it was January. So I don't know what I expected, to be fair. It could have been better, but we did walk around a lot, and that was like a lot already. Right. We've only got half an hour left of this sprint. I've been fucking talking for too long. We're gonna go for another sprint. I'll publish it here, so hopefully will come up in the corner. There we are. Okay, we're gonna sprint until 9. I'm gonna go get something to eat, and I'm gonna continue reading. So I'll speak to you guys in about half hour. Bye. Hello. Hello. Trying to turn the music down enough, but not too much. Oh, Chloe's heading off. No worries, babe. Thank you. I am enjoying the book. I got about 24 pages that time. Not as many, but I did eat, to be fair. I'm genuinely really loving the humor in this one. I actually feel like every Christina Lauren book is like completely different. Or maybe, I know because there's like 2 of them. Maybe between different books, like one of the authors influences it more than the other, you know? So maybe Inner Holidays was like the Christina part more, and I liked that. But maybe Unhoneymooners was more the Lauren part more, and I didn't like that. You know, it could be that. I'm interested to know what their what's the word? What their process is. Like with this one, it's dual POV. Has one of them written one POV and the other written the other, and then they've like edited each other. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think that's just really interesting. I've laughed like quite a lot already. He's just like put the ring in front of her. And she said, "I can't wear that. It's the size of my nipple." Like, what? Like, I feel like saying that out loud's not even funny, but in the book it is. It is funny. Ren paid some tax because I was undercharged last year. Read a little bit, struggling to concentrate though. To be fair, it is getting late. Like, once it hits 9 o'clock, like, if I could stay up however long, but my concentration's gone, so I tend to just watch, like Chloe said before she left, like, just want to watch some mindless YouTube. Although Canada's Drag Race season 5 has just premiered a couple days ago. Was it the 21st? 2 days ago, 22nd. So I am looking forward to watching episode 1 of Canada's Drag Race, because Canada's Drag Race is really, like, honestly, it's pushing the boat out. I feel like they do a lot more interesting things. They do better challenges. Considering series 1 or season 1 was so controversial because of how harsh the judging and the editing of the judging was, they've come out with some really good queens, like really, really good queens, and also some really good twists as well. Managed 40 pages. Well done, Mol. Is it, just haven't met you yet? I saw you put it on your story, and you said it earlier, to be fair. And the only reason I remember the name of the book is because it's a Michael Bublé song. Sophie Cousins. It's a chick lit romance fiction from the New York Times bestselling author of This Time Next Year, which I've not heard of. Oh, what if you pick up the wrong suitcase in an airport only to fall head over heels for its unseen owner? That sounds really cool. Are you enjoying it so far, Mol? I suppose you're probably only like 40, 50 pages in. Laura's business trip to the Channel Islands. She's grabbed the wrong suitcase. Oh, this seems like a single POV. Is that right? Because I can't see in the synopsis anything from like Ted's POV. It's not bad so far. I really struggle with dialogue when it's super cringe and not believable. Oh, but I'm happy that's not the case so far. Only had one POV so far. Okay. I thought you were going to say it's cringe. I honestly, with this one, like, although it's like kind of banter, jokes, it feels kind of believable to me anyway with this. Like, it's kind of how we speak. They did come out this year, to be fair. So it's a bit more... like, I don't know, something happened because he said like, oh, like, I'll pay for you to get like grooming and like whatever, because she's like, you know, her highlights have grown out and she basically needs to go to the salon. So he was like, oh, like, I'll pay for your grooming and blah blah blah, and she's like, all right, drag me. Oh, we love Christina Lauren. The Honeymooners was a blip. Okay, I actually think you will like this one then. To be fair, on Goodreads, it's got a 4.11 and 223,000 ratings. And funnily enough, when I checked yesterday, it had 222,000 ratings. So we've had 1,000 ratings. Well, more like 700 since I looked at this the Goodreads yesterday. 700 more ratings. That's quite a lot in a day. I have a feeling this is going to be a good one for me. Most of the people I'm friends with have put 4 stars. And also, one of my friends has said this was super fun and a lot more steamier than their other books. So I'm looking forward. Is it a sequel? No. It's a standalone. Have they ever done a sequel? I don't know if this one was one that I got in my... Yes, this new one, Part of Your World number 3. Is that one that I got from the library? I don't think it is, actually. Will it be on my email or did I delete the... Why is Uber emailing me? I don't even have Uber in Swansea. It doesn't exist. I'm trying to see if my... Oh, I must have deleted it. Trash. Nope, that's the wrong one. Trash. Afterlife. Oh, Llyfr Gelloedd. Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. Oh, I've only got one by Abby Jimenez. And then Funny Story. Oh, Just for the Summer, yeah. Yeah, sorry, I'm literally... Huh? Just for the Summer, which is part 3 of Part of Your World. But that's the only one that was in my library. Like, they didn't have the first 2 books, like, at all. Swansea. Ah. Or maybe I'm just crazy. If I type in Abby Jimenez... Yeah, there's only 3. Where's my screen? There's this, which is on BorrowBox audiobook, and then there's Yours Truly and Just for the Summer. So they don't even have... Is Yours Truly... Oh, it's book 2, but so they don't even have book 1. I swear I put a hold on this one. My account. Holds. Just for the Summer. Funny Story. Why have I not got Yours Truly on hold? That's annoying. Go sign in. Oh wait, let me see. Oh, it's literally in stock. In stock. I don't think that's what they call it. Right. Go sign in. That's not my village, by the way, so it's not doxing me. I live so far away from any civilization that this is just like one of the libraries that's near me. It's not even the closest one, it's just the one that I prefer. So I should probably read Yours Truly before I read before I read a 3rd one. I don't know why I didn't have that on hold. That's so strange. Items on hold 4, ready for pickup 3. Oh, okay, so I need them to get rid of this Legends and Lies. I've already read it. I don't know why it's on there. So I need to go to the library is what I'm learning. I need to go to the library so I can pick up Funny Story and the 2 Abby Jimenez's. Because then I'll have 8 books for my vlog and it'll be 10 hours long. Right? Who doesn't want that? And I certainly would love to edit a vlog that long. That would be so fun, don't you think? But considering how much I'm enjoying this, I want to do a vlog clip update, actually. I'm going to do a vlog clip update at the start of this sprint. And then carry on reading. Well, actually, I might... Oh, no, I finished this chapter, so... I think a 60-page update is pretty good for a vlog, because I'll do a 60 pages, which is sort of like, ooh, beginning kind of vibe, how I'm feeling, and then I'll probably read quite a big chunk. This is what I tend to do. This is what I did with Beach Read as well. It's like I'll read sort of less than 100 pages, give it like initial thoughts, and then I'll probably read like 200 pages, and then I'll have like the last bit. I look forward to your vlog. Thank you. It's my turn to do a Lego bag for the next sprint. Oh, are you doing it with your husband? Oh, it's so cute. It's my turn to do a Lego bag for the next sprint. That's literally the cutest thing I've ever heard. Oh, you make me sick. Right. Do we want a long sprint? Do we want to go till 10 or do we want less? We are building Barad-dûr. Yes, yeah. Wait, Barad-dûr, is that Sauron? Yeah. I googled it. Yeah. Yes, the tower. To me, he is just the whole thing. Even though I know he's just the eye, the whole thing is just him to me. Well, I'm building Sauron. I need to read the books. I have only read the first one. I need to continue. And I'm debating whether to reread the first one before I continue. I don't know. I've read The Hobbit so many times. I don't need to read The Hobbit again. But I do think if I'm going to continue Lord of the Rings, I want to reread the first one. Even though there's a lot of singing in it. I could just skip that bit. I mean, I will be listening to the Andy Serkis audiobooks, which are chef's kiss. If you are worried about Lord of the Rings and you don't want to read it because you think it'll be too dense, too heavy, definitely listen to the audiobooks by Andy Serkis. Yeah, the new audiobooks are supposed to be great. They are. He's done The Hobbit as well. They are very, very good. I've listened to him do The Hobbit and The Fellowship of the Ring. I'm so bad at continuing series. It's actually a problem. Like, legitimately. Like, why am I sat here reading a library romance that I don't own? And was never even initially on my TBR. Like, it wasn't even on my radar. I only got it because it was at my library and I saw it available at my library. But it's fine. Tomorrow, I want to make a plan for what I want to do tomorrow as well. I keep making plans the night before to do stuff, and then I got ill. But also, I just end up not doing anything that I want to do in the day because I'm just so... Bleh. I have accepted I will never read them. That's so fair. I've accepted that about The Name of the Wind, to be honest. Because I'm just not interested in an unfinished series. The only reason I read Game of Thrones when I was 18? 19? The only reason I did it was because I was watching the series at the time and I loved it so much that I wanted to read ahead of the series. And I was like unaware at that point that like he wasn't bringing out new books. Like I wasn't really in the online bookish space. I had no idea that he hadn't released a book for like, I don't know, 7 years at that point, and now it's like been like 15 years, you know? I didn't know, so I just read all of the books and was like, oh cool, when's the next one out? And it was like, dunno. Who knows? Not I, and certainly not George R.R. Martin. So with The Name of the Wind, which is Patrick Rothfuss, it's the same vibe. He's never ever gonna fucking bring out that book, that third book or whatever it is. So I refuse to read it. I've accepted that I'm never going to. Maybe I will, if he releases the full... Release the scripts! You know? Release the manuscript, Mr. Rothfuss, and then we'll talk. Right, let's do a longer sprint, because I want to do some a vlog clip, and also I really want to get stuck into some more of the book, so we're going to do a 45-minute sprint up until 10 o'clock. Then I'll probably just yap for like 1 to 2 mins. You know, at the end we don't like to drag it out, just say goodnight. So we're going to go just under 45 mins now, and I'll see you guys back here at 10. This is our last sprint, by the way. Hello. How are we all doing? That was a long sprint. Where's my music gone? It's too quiet. There we go. Just a little bit. Hi. I don't know if anyone's still left here, but I am having an absolutely fabulous time with this book. I'm on page 98, so I got 40 pages in that sprint, which I'm quite pleased with. I had to deal with a dog a couple of times, so got interrupted a few times, so I wasn't really getting in the flow. Of the book, but genuinely, I'm actually like, I've laughed on like every other page. I'm like kind of giggling, kicking my feet already. They very clearly fancy each other, and there's not really anything stopping them from getting together, but they are in a very tense situation. But Mal, are you giggling, kicking your feet? We are literally the same person. We've got a minds thing going on. I genuinely, Mal, I think you'll love this one. I know you're not in the het romance at the moment. Well, you're reading one, but still. Genuinely, it's so funny. I don't know if, like, in 5 years' time or something, like, I wouldn't find this funny, because the humour is definitely of, like, this year, last year, like, TikTok. Like, Slay Diva Boots Honey funny. Like, she said, there was one line where she says, I would say we love a short king, but we don't love that behaviour, about his dad. So, I've always got time for my gills, CL. Genuinely, I actually almost wish that this would be like, already I'm wishing for more books in this universe with these characters, because not even just like the main female and the main male, but his family and the people we've met are just so fucking funny. I just like like his brothers, like, well, his younger brother, funny as fuck. His older brother's wife comes over, and she's like, apparently her tits are just like out, and she's just like, hello you little fuck boys. I'm just having a fucking great time, laughing my ass off, actually. So yeah, I'm having a great time. Well, thank you so much for joining me, guys. I've actually felt less and less ill as these sprints have gone on, so I'm very happy. I am hoping to make a little list now of stuff I want to do in the coming week. I am going to see Charlie XCX on Thursday, though, in Wembley, of which I have to drive for 4.5 hours to get to London, because I refuse to pay £100 for a train. That's amazing. Love it when we find a good book. Glad you're enjoying it. I want to read it now. You should read it now. Get to your library or buy it on Kindle. I don't even care. To be fair, it's probably like £8 on Kindle, isn't it? Who pays for Kindle books that much? Glad you're feeling better. Thank you. What's it called? The Paradise Problem. Yeah, I'm going to see Charlie XCX. £5.50 on Kindle. Nah. Nah, bro. It'll be a few quid in the works. It came out this year, though. Do you think it would still... It's quite recent. It came out in May. To be fair, I really should go to the works for my romance. Because I really want to buy some that I've really liked, just so I can have them on my shelves. Yeah, so I'm going to see Charlie XCX on Thursday. I do have a book tag that I created. A Christmas one, 12 Days of Bookmas one, but not like, I know everyone uses Bookmas as a thing on BookTube and Bookstagram anyway, but like I've done a tag where I've done like a prompt for each of like the partridge in a pear tree and the two turtle doves, and I've done a prompt for each one. So I'm hoping to film that as a video and then get that out next week. Well, not next week, but like for the 1st of December, which is next week. A week today is the 1st of December. I hate that. I hate everything about that. For sure, it's all trash now. The Elsie Silver Cowboy romances are on 3 for £6, and there's 6 of them. That's crazy. 3 for £6. The works is mad. I actually really need to come to Cardiff at some point soon. Mall, so we need to organize it because I need like new earrings. I need new makeup. There's just Swansea's just not good enough. We should maybe we'll just wait until the things come. The planners. This month has gone by too fast. This year has gone by too fast. I feel insane. Like, actually insane. Like, I feel like my life has not existed for the last year, to be honest. But there we have it. Yeah, I'm going to write down a few things I want to do this week. A few plans. And that's about it for this eve. Am I here next week on the 1st of December? I am, in fact. I will be streaming next Sunday, same as usual. And yeah, other than that, I'll see you guys next week. Goodbye.